Well, welcome back to Wobbly Idiot Vision. You may notice a difference. There's now lots of new wires in here where there were old ones. I fucked up. I forgot to press the record button. I filmed the whole thing, forgot to press the record button. It's not very exciting to watch anyway, to be honest. Basically, it was desoldering the connections, or cutting the connections, resoldering all wire onto every wire. So we've now got 12 wires, all labels, coming out of the top of the motor. What we're going to do now is lace it all back up again. Now I need to make sure that we've got space to lace everything. I think I might need to turn that one. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure that I'm the right way around on all of these. I've got a lot of ends of wires here. I'd like to get some of them elsewhere. I think that one, well, that one I can definitely turn. I'll bring that around to the other side. That one as well. Yeah, that's a good way to go. Right, so we're going to bring that one round to this side. And bring this one round to that side. This stuff's all fairly delicate still, so we do need to be quite careful. I'll feed that back through there. Up, go on, you bugger, get in there. I don't particularly want to lose all the ends of my wires either. If I lose the ends of my wires, I'm really screwed. But I'm not that screwed. As long as I've got one or two that I can recover, that I can recognise, I'm safe. So, what we have to do this lacing job with, we have a cable tie with the end cut off, cut a hole in it, put some. This is the string that you use to do your Sunday joint with. No, not that Sunday joint. The other one, the one you use to wrap your meat. No, that's rude as well. Yeah, it's for wrapping beef joints, and it's a linen string. And what we're going to do, we're using this as a needle to get through, and because it's plastic, it's not going to damage anything. So we're going to start here. And we're going to go round and round and round and round and round, like that. You see? So, this was originally wrapped every two. We'll probably speed this up. You get the idea. Now I'm going to wrap this twice, so I'm going to go through every set of holes and hopefully we get everything wrapped that way. I'm starting to tighten some of these up. Which get this lot wrapped a bit more tightly. Once you start tightening this down, it's actually amazing how tight you can get this stuff in, which is good, because that's what I need. I've got twice as many wires in here as there were before, and I'm actually still able to keep spacing away from the case, which is good. That's definitely necessary. The dielectric capabilities of air to stop it shorting out and sparking. We are going to soak it in resin anyway, but resin varnish. But it is a good idea to keep things as far away from the sides as possible. I should probably say that I'm not in any way a specialist on this. What encouraged me to do it the first time was a guy who is a retired engine rewinder, motor rewinder, who's got a website. He's French, known as La Bobine, and he's got instructions on doing most of this stuff. Well, instructions, not really instructions, but some, yeah, there are instructions actually, and a whole load of technical details on the insides of motors. And his site is difficult to do. He's certainly not a web designer, but by God, it's useful. Full of all sorts of very, very useful information. Types of engine winding, types of motor windings, everything. It's a home shop machinist bible for engine or motor rewinding and pissing about with motors, basically. And it gave me the confidence, perhaps misplaced, to go in and have a go. And there we go. Sweet. Now, before we varnish all this, I'm going to have to test all the connections. So we'll get onto that in a minute. So, 1 to 4. Eight ohms, 8.1 ohms. That's alright. Sounds about right. Next up, 7 to 10. So 7. 7, just that. 10. Let's do that. 8.1 ohms. Nice. Next up, 2 to 5. There's 2. There's 5. 5 should be a W. 2 to 5, there they are. 8.1 ohms. Nice. Next up, 8 to 11. There's 8. Where's 11? There's 11. 8.1 ohms. So far, we're looking pretty good. Let's hope it carries on, eh? 3 to 6. 9, 6, and 3. 8.1 ohms. Ooh. 9 to 12. 8.1 ohms, yes. Okay, that's looking pretty good. And right, bit of varnish then. The idea of the varnish is to make sure that everything sticks together as one lump. It doesn't vibrate itself to death, among other things. It also stops. It means that you've got a dielectric on the ends of all your connections, and the whole lot is electrically insulated. That's the idea anyway. I'm not using the right varnish for this, it has to be said, but it's better than nothing, and it is dielectric. So in theory, with a motor of this age, would probably have been done with a shellac varnish. And if I thought about it, I've got a friend whose wife is a bookbinder, so she's probably got shellac, but this will do. So quite a lot of varnish in there, just to make sure everything's stuck. We'll leave it for 24 hours. This is where my wife pops around and asks me why I'm painting the inside of a motor. There we go, never mind. So, there we go, that's that. Done. Motor rewound, reconnected. Well done me.